and cakes. It's okay to eat crisps and cakes sometimes, but you shouldn't eat too many of them. Crisps have a lot of fat and salt. Cakes, chocolates, and biscuits have a lot of fat and sugar. Too much of this type of food is bad for our bodies. Fantastic fruit. Sure, fruit is healthy. Fruit is a great snack and it's very good. It's very good for us. And most people like the sweet taste. You should eat between 2 or 4 pieces of fruit a day. Beans and vegetables. Beans and vegetables don't have much sugar or fat. They are very good for us, so we should eat a lot of them. Snacks like hummus with carrot and pepper are delicious. Food in Africa. There are many kinds in Africa, and Africa is popular of many traditional food. First country we hear Egypt. Egypt has a lot of interesting food, but my favorite meal is koshari. It's a delicious meal with rice, pasta, and tomatoes. It's very popular. What's the meaning of popular? Popular. Famous. Many people like it. This is for Marwa. Another country, I live in Morocco. Tagine is a traditional meal from my country. It's a stew with meat, vegetables, fruit, and spices. The taste is amazing. The name tagine comes from the cooking pot for this food. This is for Hamza. In Kenya, people often make nyama na ario for dinner. It's a stew with meat and potatoes. It's wonderful. I love eating it after school when I am very hungry. This is makina. Kabenta. Kabenta is a popular type of fish in Zimbabwe. We catch the fish from the lake and dry it in the sun. Kabenta is very good for you, so you can eat every day. We often cook it with tomatoes and onions. It's great. This is for Bradley. Here, there is City Cafe. Great visit review by Sarah. This is for Sarah, from Sarah. I visited this cafe last weekend with my mom, my dad, my brother Ashraf. We chose this cafe for lunch because it looked very nice. Do you remember the past sentence? Here we use the last weekend. So we took verbs in past. Visited, choose, the past of choose, looked, the past of look. The walls were green and white there. There were big windows. There were, the past of are. I love looking out of the window and watching the city. Ashraf and I both had rice for lunch. Had, the past of have. I had fish with rice and he had chicken. My dad had fish with rice too, and mom had salad. It's very healthy. We all liked our food. Liked, it's a regular verb. We put the D to the verb like. After lunch, Ashraf and I had cakes. This was the part we enjoyed most. Was, the past of a is. Enjoyed, the past of enjoy. There were a lot of different cakes where the past of are cakes and they all looked delicious. Looked delicious. We put after looked an adjective, delicious. I chose basbousa and Ashraf had kunafa. They were amazing. I'd like to visit this cafe again very soon. Now, here, there are some exercises about the new vocab. Number 1, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, and Fanta are not drinks. Fizzy drinks. Fizzy drinks. Again. Pepsi, Coca-Cola, and Fanta are fizzy drinks. Number 2, put the cooking space in a pan and heat it. Water, oil, milk, tea. Exactly, water. put the cooking in a pan. Oil, sorry, oil. Put the cooking oil in a pan and heat it. I'd like to drink space, coffee, cake, cafe, salt. Exactly, coffee. Not cafe. Cafe is a place. Coffee is a drink. He is looking at the space to choose his favorite food. He is looking at the menu. Number 5, she speaks like fish. Isn't, doesn't, don't, wasn't. Exactly, doesn't. I end my email with dear, best wishes, good luck, luck, best wishes. What would you like? No, remember, we put here would. To drink, no drinking. When I put like without would, I say drinking. But I put here would. I'd like some orange juice. Exactly. Vegetables and fruit, space, food. Healthy, not health. Healthy is a noun, but healthy is an adjective. Do you like eating nuts, dots, bots, mats? Nuts, exactly. It's a food. Space are my favorite pickling. Raisin, ice cream, rice pudding, olives. Exactly, olives. It's a pickle. I like eating juice, fizzy drinks, hummus, Pepsi. Exactly, hummus. They are drinks. What are the space of koshari? Ingredients. What are the ingredients of koshari? Rabbits. Rabbits like eating koshari, carrot, pasta, tea. Exactly, carrot. I can't eat this. I can't eat this food as it has a lot of salt. Not salty. Salty is an adjective, and salty is a noun. I like meat to be space well. Steer, stewed, straw, soon, stewed. 19. Milk is good, space children, good for. Pasta has a delicious space. I will eat it. Taste. Toast is a bread and taste is exam. Taste is an adjective. Eating too many space are unhealthy. Crisps, vegetables, apples, oranges. Crisps, sure, vegetables, apples, and oranges are healthy food. Pour boiled water on tea, leaves, and sugar. Then space with a spoon. Stir, move it slowly. What is the space of this dish? What is the recipe of this dish? I will have space as a dessert, rice pudding. Tourists like to buy space food, traditional food, popular food. I want to eat something sweet like chocolate, of course. My father will space a lot of vegetables in our field, grow. Potatoes and tomatoes are necessary vegetables. You should look space your teeth. Look after. Sorry, look after. Look for means search. To keep healthy, you shouldn't eat much. You shouldn't. Fats. I am hungry, so I will have a snack, not a snake. Snake is an animal. Morocco is famous for some delicious meals. Beans, space, good for health. Beans are good for health. It's a countable noun. Eating fruit and vegetables protect us from illness. Egypt is space for its good food. It's famous for popular with. Rice pudding is my favorite dessert. Lamb. Do you know the lamb? Do you know the lamb? Lamb is a kind of meat. It's a small sheep. Lamb is a kind of. Many sweets have got space in them. Of course not. Koshari is a space dish in Egypt, popular. What are the main space of these dish ingredients? What are the main ingredients of this dish? Which of these is not an ingredient? Steer. It's a verb. Which of these is the smallest? Smallest. Quarter. Which of these is not a cooking verb? Is not a cooking verb. Pudding. Which of these can you boil water in? Of course, saucepan. Now read and correct the mistakes in this sentence. Number 1, there are some orange juice in the fridge. Do you know the mistakes? Of course, are. We correct it with is. Number 2, which vegetables does Ahmed talking about? Of course, does. Which vegetables are Ahmed, is talking about? We have got any salad to start with. We have got some salad. I have got less beans than my brother. Beans is the countable noun. We correct less with the fewer. Carrot is delicious. Sorry, coconut is delicious. Coconuts are delicious. Yeah, coconuts are delicious. I don't like my tea with much salt, with much sugar. My father always gives me a good advice. We don't put a before advice. It's uncountable. No article. Okay, the list is the homework. Now with grammar. Today we are dealing with countable and the uncountable nouns. Countable nouns are nouns we can count. They can be singular or plural. Singular countable nouns, we use a or an before them. Plural countable nouns usually ends with s, like a carrot, carrots, an orange, oranges, a family, families. Uncountable nouns, they don't have a plural form and we can't count them. We can't use a or an before them. For example, bread, chocolate, salt, rice, dessert, money. There is and there are. There is, it's used in countable and uncountable nouns. For example, there is an apple in the fridge. Is there any milk in the fridge? There is some milk in the fridge. There are. It's used only with the countable nouns. There are 5 apples in the fridge. Are there any books on the table? Here we have some and any. We use some and any for an amount which is known whether it's for countable or uncountable nouns. We use some in positive sentence. For example, I bought some bread. We also use some in offer. Would you like some juice? Would you like? It's an offer. It's an offer. And in request, can I have some water, please? It's a request. We use any in negative and questions. Did you buy any bread? I didn't buy any bread. Quantifiers. A quantifier is a word or phrase which is used before a noun to indicate the amount or quantity, like a lot of. We use a lot of to talk about a big amount of something, whether countable or uncountable. For example, there is a lot of sugar. There are a lot of recipes. We use a lot without of at the end of the sentence. I like reading stories a lot. It means very much. Lots of. We use lots of to talk about a big amount of something which is countable. There are lots of apples. Many. We use many to talk about a big amount of something which is countable. I have many books. Too much. We use too much to talk about a big amount of something which is uncountable. For example, there is too much salt in this dish. Enough. We use enough to talk about the right amount, whether countable or uncountable. There is enough rice pudding for the whole family. There aren't enough ingredients. Should and shouldn't. In this unit, we also have should and shouldn't. We use should and shouldn't plus infinitive for giving advice. For example, we should drink a lot of water. We shouldn't drink fizzy drinks. What should I do to be fit? Now, there are some exercises about the grammar. Number 1, there is. Number 2, would you like space coffee? Would you like some coffee? Exactly. Would you like some coffee? It's an offer. Would you like some coffee? Number 3, space, there are any oranges. Oranges, exactly, oranges are countable. Are there any oranges? Number 5, has it got space cheese in this dish? Cheese is uncountable, and this is a question. I took any. Koshari is delicious with space tomato sauce on the top. Some tomato sauce on the top. There is space any tourists in the museum today. There aren't any tourists. We put negative because there is any in the sentence. Would you like some coffee? It's an offer. Have you got any money? Space, there any oranges? Are there any oranges? The list of exercises are homework. Now, anyone wanted to ask a question? Hey guys, anyone wanted to ask a question? No. Nada. Hi, Nada. Do you follow me? Do you want any question? Nada. Another one? Okay, it's okay. Thank you for listening and see you the next time.